set of cash out. But they have also guaranteed themselves a shot at that first set of a head-to-head matchup to qualify for Seed 1. And they are looking crazy still to finish it out. Now they find themselves not quite where they want to be. They are, however, in the 3v3.
But I'm quickly trying to... I'm literally running through the Liquipedia page for the first Grand Major. And if I am not mistaken, the problem of final rounds even stems far back to there. When we go to the first Grand Major in 25, KZ struggled. They didn't make it through... I don't think they made it through the first few rounds, actually.
There you go. The man with the facts. This is why we have him on the desk. It's not because he looks good. We're going to dive on in to our first head-to-head. It is. He looks great, by the way. It was just a joke. We are looking at box number 1. KZ versus 777RS. OCE take on China in our first head-to-head. Mind you, I just realized as well, Hyper, in that last game of Cash Out, it was our first to 4th seed in order winning that one out. It was 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th seed playing in that match, and they finished 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in that matchup. Really crazy, but ultimately a slow start to this one. No one wanting to get too involved too early as KZ looked to maybe play a little bit of kite and manipulation to try and deny this box moving any quicker than it needs to.
RPG, huge amount of damage, but to use it that early in a tag fight, it's a waste of util. Now you're waiting about 20 seconds for the RPG to get reloaded back into your util belts. But this is a horrible position to find yourself in, as well, 777RS will take the wipe. Overall, first round goes to KZ. It's early doors. It's early doors here, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it's not the worst start, but ultimately not a desirable one for 777RS. They got the initial tap. They didn't, unfortunately, get to then run with it, and ultimately struggled in terms of how they were going about fighting that one. But as you said, I think they just got really unlucky with the positioning they found themselves in. Stuck under the stage isn't a good spot to be in. They've spotted the gateway, though, here. They now know that someone is trying to make a play, and realistically, we'll see what happens. KZ are in control. They're going to drop it down a couple of floors, maybe looking to go for some kind of play, as 777RS are aiming to set themselves up for a steal of some description here. With that goo, with everything else that they're trying to make happen, it is slow starting, but ultimately, it's not the worst start.
Eshe, massive wrap. They've got a lot of information here. This is going to be an easy steal, pretty uncontested from KZ. They understand that this was a brilliant setup, and in doing so, now they're going to focus on getting the wipe. Eshe down low. He, as I said, he made a massive wrap round to try and draw the attention of KZ away, and it worked perfectly because that steal came off like it was... well, like it was not meant to happen at all. Talking of not meant to happen, Microsum down and dropped already, quickly gets defibbed back in. The advantages of having a medium, which we can see again, also brought in the medium. Second time round for steals. Both teams respecting that they don't have a sight line to defend a cash out.
It is interesting so far. KZ have managed to steal back. 777RS want to regain control, though. Absolutely melting the heavy. Hewley Rice taken down, and 77RS regain control of that box. Looking for the full wipe now. Agan the last alive. They do have to push on out. 93 are going to get the job done. No, it's Mogwasom just coming in with the support at the end there just to finish things off. And 777RS, a little struggle off the get-go there, but ultimately when things are serious, we can lock it down and walk away with 25,000 cool ones in the bank, looking for 25 more on this next vault.
If you're a gambling man, this is the map and place for it, but I love the respect on both sides. It was a clear nod to each other that, yes, you've got that steal, we're too far away, we're going to push up, we're not going to over-aggress and sacrifice our own lives for a stall that is not going to work. Instead, we're going to allow that steal to go through and then go for those kills, look for those picks, force your opponent away. And this was both sides doing it until it was 777's RS's turn to re-attack one more time. This time, KZ knew the dangers, looked at that time, went, right, we have to Hail Mary this stall. Unfortunately, didn't work, and that RPG getting blocked by the dome shield and the mesh.
Unfortunately, it doesn't connect. 777 RS find themselves one member short. Defib is bought out. And ultimately, not the worst start, but it is ultimately doable. It's still doable for them. Not losing Sirius, though. That makes things a little bit more difficult. With Mograsom now the last alive. The KS hunting him down, looking to knock him out quickly if it can. He will get one for his troubles, but Uni is there to trade it back. And a revive as Vault 2 now starts to make its way over to begin that cash out. And ultimately, that is a very, very similar thing to what we saw at the start, Hyper. 777 RS not walking away with a team fight victory on the initial Vault fight. But then, as things start to happen in the cash out side of things, they just seem to sort of lock in to the point where they then walked away with a victory. So can they do it again?
Even more further, leaning into that deja vu from the first cash out. No time to prep, no time to set. 777 RS was there on top of them and spawned in. Because as soon as you spawn, naturally, you stop the prep. You don't do much. And KZ sacrificing height very early before even the cash box was moved. So they understand the danger. They understood or got some intel that we saw that we didn't see on screen. The 777 RS was already in the car park, ready to go for their fight. And Esh, I love Eshe right now. This wrap that he's able to pull forward is incredible. And again, another respectful steal.
That is insane setup, mind you. You've got to actually highlight what just happened. They visually pulled KZ off height, pulled them all the way down into the car park, engaged, drew them back up, took high ground, forced them to then chase them back up, chucked the dome down, got steel in, gatewayed out, and walked away with the win, and are now going to find the team wipe as well. They just need a couple of shots onto Hewley Rice, and they've got 20 seconds to play with. He's trying to run. They know that he's trying to get away, but ultimately, 3 seconds left on a coin. They need to find him before that timer goes away, and no, not quite. Agan's going to be able to coin in. Uni's not far behind, as now they've got members on the board, but 777 RS, not only have you pulled off the heist of the century, that has got to be one of the best steals that I've seen in a long time.
If there's going to be a chance now, the final seconds have started to close in. 15 to go. We're going to start hearing the crowds screaming into our ears. 7 to steal. That's the big number. As she's the last alive. Now it's a Uni is going through. Oceana will take the first spot. 777 RS.
777 RS. I mean, that last steal that was textbook. There was no damage dealt. Yes, they broke the bubble, but that was it. They didn't actually, when they dive back down to the bottom of the car park, they then can just essentially clay pigeon shoot, but in reverse. They just shoot down. They don't actually have to get involved. They don't have to dive. They don't have to nothing. You have that